Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Cyrus Webb Presents. I'm your host, Cyrus Webb. Glad you all could join us once again. For those tuning in on the simulcast on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, and on X, we're glad you all can be with us today. Going to bring in our friends over on IG so they can be a part of our chat. Last but certainly not least, going to connect with our friends over on Amazon. Really excited to kick off the year. One of my favorite people to work with. We're excited to welcome Kate Thurman back to our broadcast, or I should say, Kate Thurman, aka Kate Elizabeth. We'll talk more about that later. We're going to talk to Kate about some great things happening for her this year. And we're now live on the Amazon Live side with Cyrus Webb Presents. If you guys are new to us on Amazon, welcome. I just type you guys in a welcome message there. Make sure you guys do hit that follow button either here in this corner or down below. You also will see a couple of things. You'll see the book I have here, Beauty Beyond the Tears, but you also will see the new single by my next guest, Faith That Carries Me. You see it there on Amazon. It's now officially available to be purchased by the one and only Kate Thurman. I'm going to talk to Kate not only about her big start to the year, but also what's coming up. Kate, my friend, welcome back to the broadcast.
Thank you, Cyrus, for having me. I'm so excited to be here. I'm excited.
Glad to have you. Christopher Thurman, hello to you over there on IG. Glad to see you. Daybreak 197, hello to you as well. So first of all, congratulations are in order. We have talked about the last time you were on with us, Kate, that you had a single that you had done. Now it's available across all platforms, including our friends here at Amazon Music. How does it feel, Kate, to have a single out for the world to be able to purchase and enjoy?
It feels good to know that I can still spread my message and minister to people through music, not just books, not just my speaking, but having a way through music because it's different ways to reach people. So it feels really good.
Love that. And we're going to be letting our audience know how they can be able to support the single for those not joining us on Amazon. Also, should let you guys know you guys can hear the single on the radio station where I am here in Mississippi at Max WYED 94.1 FM. So, for those who may just be discovering the musical side, we're going to get back to the book here in a moment. Kate, when did your love of music start?
About 4 or 5, I
Okay,
think.
wow.
Yeah, I was singing in a choir. All of that, all of everything in my life ties in together with the
Mhm.
music and the books and everything. But I was about 4 or 5 and I was singing. I was a little singing soul. I was singing to Whitney Houston. I was a singing soul, and that's when it started. So I love music. Always have. It's just never really told a lot of people.
Yeah. And now here you are with music available for people to be able to purchase. We're going to get more into the single and remind our audience of that. So let's go back to what we've been talking about a lot of 2025, Kate, and that is the book here, Beauty Beyond the Tears. I want to ask you. You share, of course, your own personal story. Kate is featured in the new issue of Conversations Magazine, our empowerment issue. You probably saw it across social media. We're going to be sharing a picture of Kate with the magazine as well. Kate, talk to us about what it's been like for you because you're doing something that's not easy for everybody. And I should mention, Chris and you are doing something, and that is sharing something that's very personal,
Mhm.
something that is very difficult, but also has a great message of healing as well. What has it been like for you to share so much of yourself with the readers in this book?
It's been it's been healing for me too.
Okay.
To be able to open up and be very transparent, to be very honest with the world about my thoughts, my feelings, going through loss and the difficulty. Just it was a lot to do, but I am very, 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 very pleased to be
Mhm.
able to do it. It makes me feel good because it helped me heal.
Yeah. Love that. Chanel Coleman Wesley is joining us over there on Facebook. Chanel, I haven't forgot about you either. Chanel says, "Hey, Cyrus and Kate, absolutely love the new single. Congratulations."
Thank
And
you.
also, Chris on IG says, "Great single." Daybreak 197 says, "I love music." You're gonna definitely love this single, Daybreak 197. If you want me to, I'll send you the Amazon link so you can be able to listen to it and get it for yourself. So, that goes to the bigger thing for you, Kate. When you and I first met in person, I still remember this. There in Atlanta, Georgia, I was in town doing some in person editions of this show, Cyrus Webb Presents, and we did an in person interview together.
Mhm.
And you said something that may shock a lot of our audience, and that is you used to be shy when it comes to and and I
Yeah.
just, so I think that's a very different Kate Thurman than what we see in front of us today. What was it that helped you kind of break that mold and make you step out and start sharing your story?
God. I think I shared with you before on a couple of interviews, and I'm very, very honest, very transparent about. Um, I am big on helping women through who suffer in silence.
Yeah.
And when we suffer in silence, we bury a lot of things.
Yeah.
That's it goes, that's what I said. The music and the book ties in together. It ties in together because I buried all of it. Though I grew up singing, I had friends that I thought were friends continue to like tease me because I won all the talent shows and everything. And I hid that. I hid, and I would write plays and I hid that. So it made me be sheltered and suppress my gifts. So the Kate today is through God. The Kate today is because of my faith and knowing that God is not the author of fear.
Hmm.
So I'm gonna walk in my boldness and just do it.
Yeah. And you've been able to do that. Hello to you, Deja Marie. Good to be able to see you over there on IG. Chris says sure was. But I think that's the great thing too, Kate. It's a great reminder for people that they can come out of their shells. I mean, I'm an introvert by nature myself. Most people
Mhm.
wouldn't know that by working with me, but I'm someone who my parents will tell you if Cyrus doesn't have anything to do, Cyrus will stay in that house 2 or 3
That's
days,
me.
and you'll never see him. But I think knowing that we have something bigger. So I want to talk about that, Kate. What has that been like for you to accept that assignment that you have something that people need to hear and people need to be able to be encouraged by?
It feels good. You remember one of the interviews we had, and we were talking, and I said, um, "I'm this old little girl from Demopolis, Alabama,"
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
and to know that I have a voice, to know that I can touch many people, it feels good. It feels good. Um, though sometimes I still will get nervous, but I'm not
Mhm.
afraid.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think that's it. And I think I'm the same way, right? And a lot of times when we hear people talk about doing it afraid, and I think that is the thing for sure. Daybreak 197 says, I understand what you're saying. I mean, I think that a lot of people can relate to that. But now here you are with a book that's an Amazon bestseller. You have a single. Again, I'm going to highlight it again for our audience over on Amazon, Faith That Carries Me. Talk to us about that feeling, Kate, from going from buying other people's books on Amazon, from buying other people's music to now having your own books and music. How does that feel?
It feels good. And I'm gonna be honest with you, as an artist, to put out your own music, and I'm so used to listening to everybody else and put out and read everybody else's books, and
Hmm.
and now you're doing what you've been called to do, which is write. Like I've
Hmm.
always loved to write. I would just sit there in the room sometimes, and so to be able to now be the one who's inspiring others, who's helping others, feels good. It feels amazing.
Yeah.
Like I said, sometimes I get a little nervous, but I know that it's an assignment of mine and I have to do
Right.
my assignment. I have to be obedient.
Yeah. I think that's it. Daybreak. No, I'm actually in Mississippi, the great state of Mississippi. That's where I am. But I think, but Daybreak 197 says something really important. Kate says, "Doing it scared is when bravery happens," and I think that's the other connection that you've been able to have, and that is what you've been able to do through your faith. In fact, your single is called "Faith That Carries Me." So, talk to us about writing this song, Kate. How did the song come about?
All right. So to be honest with you, I was riding and just like the book, God spoke to me. It literally, I would sleep and I would hear the scriptures. And I'm like, for a couple of weeks, I'm like, "Oh, God, what you want me to do with this?" And I wrote the song and I said, okay, Lord, what am I going to do with this? Because mind you, as I stated, I sang when I was younger. But I've been in this industry for over 13, 14 years because my daughter does music. My daughter's done it all. I have connections that I just left alone. And back then, I would write and just put it up. But to be able to write this particular song, and the Lord spoke to me and said, Beauty Beyond the Tears. And you remember when I sent you a message, I said, I'm about to write these songs. And he was like, wait, Kate, you
Yeah.
can sing. And I told you, I think
Mhm.
I told a couple other people, just like with Beauty Beyond the Tears, this song carries a message. And it's, remember I told you it was like a replica of Beauty Beyond the Tears through
Right.
music.
Hmm.
And
Yeah.
that's what he told me to do.
And now here it is. And thanks to the technology that we have today, Kate, want our audience to really get this. You didn't have to worry about someone telling you that you can put it out. You didn't have to have someone telling you what it needed to say. You were able just to do it and now to release it. How does that feel to be able to have that type of creative freedom when it comes to something that you feel like was given to you?
It feels good to be free to do it. And I'm gonna say this because the Lord is allowing me to be free to say it, but to be free to have someone like my husband, that the biggest
Hmm.
supporter, my family, but you as well, to say, okay, Kate, you could do it scared. And you support me in so many different levels. And I appreciate that.
Yeah.
So to be able to do it, you guys allow me, God allows me, my husband allows me, my family, everyone allows me. You allow me to just be free, just to write, even when I'm doing a lot. You guys put me in my place, but to have that freedom to just be me. And this is the most vulnerable side of me. The singing
Yeah.
is the most vulnerable part of me. It
Yeah.
is the thing that's used to, operative word, used to scare me a lot,
Mm.
knowing that I had the gift. But when someone or something or a group of people all your life make you feel like everything that you were doing, because I was one that was different. I was
Yeah.
sheltered. I um I was different. And because I was different and I knew that I was different, I knew that I had a purpose. Normal people, and I say normal people, meaning people who don't carry what I carry.
Yeah.
I'm bold enough to say I know I carry something.
Mhm.
I
Yeah.
have a purpose, and I carry a strong mantle. I'm
Mhm.
bold enough to say it because that is who I am. Back
Right.
then, I wasn't able to do that. And to be free to say, yeah, this is what God called me to do, and I'm going to do it. And so that was the thing that scared me the most. Singing, it was the most it was the thing that I buried. I would only sing in front of my kids at home or my family, and when they would say, girl, you got a voice, use it. And
Mm.
then I remember one time, I'm going to share this with you. One
Yeah.
time I was singing and I felt like my voice was changing when I started to have kids. And I told someone, oh Lord, I done messed up this gift. So you remember when I started doing this music, I was like, I could still sing a little bit. That came from that, because at that point, it was a point in my life where I, they said if you don't use it, you'll lose it.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Mhm.
oh Lord, God took my gift. This was a long time ago. But
Yeah.
no, 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 he didn't take it. He gave it to me. He wants me to nurture this gift. He wants me to use this gift.
Yeah, I love that. Love that. Chris over on IG says, "Love you." He also
I
says
love you.
that gentle push. That right. That gentle. And I want to talk about Chris because I love the fact. I love your relationship and your partnership. Kate, we're going to talk about that. I want to say for those who are just tuning in, welcome. You all are watching Cyrus Webb Presents here on Amazon, but we're simulcasting on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, X, and on IG. Kate Thurman is our guest, aka Kate Elizabeth. She is an author, she's a speaker, and a singer songwriter. We're talking with her about the exciting beginning of 2026, her book, Beauty Beyond the Tears, you all can see here, but also her new single that's available now to be able to gotten here on Amazon Music. You guys can see it there on the Amazon side, Faith That Carries Me. You can get it yourself for only $1.29. We're going to also remind you how to stay connected with Kate too. So, Kate, let's talk about that support because I think it's so great that you have that in your husband, Chris Thurman. How does that been able to benefit you not only in the writing of this book, but now as you begin this new chapter as a singer songwriter?
To have Chris's support, it means a lot. Like, I am my biggest critic, right?
Mm,
And he's brutally honest. He's not brutally in a bad way, but
yeah,
brutally in a good way, meaning he's gonna tell you the truth. So even if I'm singing, well, baby, I hear you singing from your throat or something like that. If I'm writing, well, baby, you got to make sure you do this. It doesn't matter what it is I want to do. He's supportive. If I'm writing a poem, if I'm writing a song, if I'm writing a book, whatever it is. And it's not just the writing, it's, you tease us all the time about how we told you we came about doing the shows.
mm,
So
yeah,
I can bring something to him and He literally will look at me like, but that quickly goes because he is truly supportive. He's honestly and truly supportive by nature in whatever I want to do, because what we do together as one. We're one flesh. We're in a covenant under
Yeah.
God. So
Mhm.
I support him and he supports me. So it feels really good.
Yeah. Love that. And it's so great. So I want to ask you, and since I know that Chris is listening and
Mm,
watching, Chris is going to be doing his own things. He has some exciting things of his own
so
he's going to
excited.
be doing. We're working on his book and also some other things too. How does that feel to be able to see him kind of embrace his own gifts too?
It feels good because at one point, I'm gonna be honest, I share everything with you. I share it with you. And at one point I was like, well, shoot, he's so supportive of me. I can't wait till he started doing his stuff. I want to be, because I wanted to be just as supportive to him as he is to me. So it
Yeah.
feels real good. I'm excited about it. I get to sit back and support him and root him on just like he does for me. It feels good.
Yeah. Yeah. So great things coming for sure. So let's go back then to our audience as we're beginning this new year, Kate, because again, you have the book that's out here, Beauty Beyond the Tears, that people can be able to read. I know you're doing speaking around that too and
Mhm.
open to events too. How do you see yourself being able to expand on your music career this year? What are your plans or what are your goals when it comes to the music this year?
Well, honestly, I'm gonna give you a little joke. Whatever my publicist manager say, but so I love the fact that we can sit down, and I love the fact that between you and Chris, you guys get me on the back end. Like, nope, we're not doing that. Nope, nope, not yet. Slow down, Kate. No, Kate. No, Kate. No, Kate. Kate, I know
Yeah.
you're excited, but Kate, slow down.
Yeah.
Honestly, I want to see with the music. I want to be able to touch as many lives, just as the book touch
Hmm.
as many lives. I want to be able to talk about the music. I want to talk about my journey through the music, through the book. But with the music, it's different because it's a different pour out from my soul.
Yeah.
Um, it's one of those things where you can put a whole lot in a three to 5 minute song, right?
Right.
You put a lot, you tell a whole story.
Right.
And with the book, it's different. With books, it's different. You got to write and you got to get the readers there. Because when I read, I have to literally put myself in that position
Hmm.
where, oh, they was doing this. I have to envision me being there. So with
Yeah.
the music, I wanted the same thing to happen. I want to finish the album. We're close, but those are the goals for the music. I want to be able to showcase and go and do what I need to do with the music, touch as many lives, just do the same as with the book, but with the music is a little bit different.
Yeah, love that. So exciting things to be able to see coming ahead. Chris says, easy to support you with all that fire you have. Oh, reminds me of that Alicia Keys song. This
Oh,
girl is on fire. There
okay.
you go. Again, everyone, Kate Thurman has been our guest. Get your copy of her book, Beauty Beyond the Tears, here on Amazon. Also, pick up the new single, Faith That Carries Me. And for you all listen to the radio, make sure you request her single at your local radio station as well. Again, Faith That Carries Me by Kate Elizabeth is where you'll be able to find it here on Amazon. Kate, so excited for you. Congratulations on a big start to 2026. How can our audience stay connected with you?
You can contact me by phone at 770-765-6641. Any inquiries for the music or the book or our nonprofit organization. We have Kate Elizabeth. So it's KATELIZ1980 at gmail.com. You can
Mhm.
contact me that way. On social media is Kate Thurman. Our YouTube channel is Meet the Thurman. So that's how you can contact me.
All right. Well, Kate, congratulations to you again. Looking
Thank
forward to
you.
some great things in 2026.
Thank you.
All right. And we thank your audience for tuning in to another great segment of Cyrus Webb Presents. Until next time, y'all make it a great one. We'll talk to you soon. Take care.